Levi here, and welcome to the channel. In this video we're going to be talking about lats. Lat is this big muscle that connects from down here in an area called your thoracolumbar aponeurosis, which you do not need to remember. There will not be a test. But down here, and it comes up and connects to part of your shoulder blade, and then it comes up even more and connects up here. And all together, your lat helps you side bend and kind of compress your shoulder down. So you use your lats a lot if you're on crutches or if you're a downhill skier. Either of those will require a lot of lat engagement. Lats are intriguing in such a way that they tend to oppose one another. So when I want to bend this side or press this arm down, this one lifts. And opposite, when I want to press this one down, this one lifts. So it tends to be your lats oppose the other. When one is shortened, one is lengthened, and vice versa. There is a little bit of a caveat there. If you are someone who's been on crutches for a while or do a lot of skiing, there is a possibility that both lats are locked up. You'll notice it because you'll be almost hunchback or stuck in that crutch or ski position. So keep that in mind when I go through this, because you will want to stretch both sides. But for pretty much everyone else, it's going to be that one side needs stretching and the other side does not. If you try to stretch both sides when they don't need it, you will maintain the imbalance and you won't correct what we're looking to correct. So with that said, the assessment piece is if you stand in front of a mirror, relax everything, and you notice that one shoulder is lower than the other, then the lat on that side is short and we need to stretch it. So that's going to be the side you stretch. That's the way it appears for the majority of the population. Some people it's going to appear, maybe it might look a little lower, but there's going to be this shift where it's almost like your chest is over one hip and not the other. If that's the case, let's say that my chest is more over my left leg or left foot, then it's your right lat that's pulling you and locking you that direction. So again, that's the one that you stretch. If your left is dropped, you'll stretch this left lat. If you're shifted, standing over the right leg, left lat. Okay, so the stretch for that is going to be get down on all fours. If your toes bother you at all, you can point them back. If not, keep them pulled towards your knees. It's a little bit more effective for the fascia. And I'm going to approach this as if my left lat, which tends to be my tight one, is the one I want to stretch. What I'm going to do, if you're someone who is really needing a little bit of extra assistance, help with flexibility, you can put your hand on an elevated surface. If it's easy enough for you to stay on the floor, stay on the floor. But I have this prop here just to demonstrate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to imagine that my knees go all the way up to like this Christmas tree shape or this tall triangle. I'm going to put this part of my hand at the top of that triangle and I'm going to sit back a little bit. I might already start to notice a feeling of a stretch here, but we can actually enhance this stretch a lot more. If I were to take my chest and open it, give my armpit room to drop towards the ground, and I allow for an even deeper stretch. So if you need the assistance to elevate it, feel free to elevate it. What we're doing is we're dropping this low while we're keeping our bottom pulled back. And you want to feel it through here. Again, I only want to do one side. Unless I'm a skier or someone stuck in crutches, you can do both sides. Otherwise, you're going to be more benefited from doing the one that's tight. If you're someone whose right side was compressed down, then you just do the right side. So my knees are back, putting this part of my palm out there like I'm doing a karate chop, and then anchor my hand into the ground, sit my bottom back, open my chest, and as I breathe out, let the armpits sink. Do this, I'd say about 5 to 10 breaths until you feel it really melting. And that's it. Stand up, walk around, 10 to 15 seconds, let your body adjust and acclimate, and then reassess. It's a really important part to reassess, because let's say you're looking in a mirror and you're still kind of new to this, you have these imbalances in your body, which also equate to some imbalances neurologically. It can sometimes be tricky to read yourself. So let's say you step back in the mirror and you realize like, oh, I'm more level. Great, you did the right side. But let's say you step back in the mirror and you realize like, uh-oh, like one side is deeper down. Most likely you did the opposite side stretch, which is fine. This is a cool piece to realize in your assessment and reassessment piece. Go back and try the other side, reassess. You'll be able to figure out which side needs it. So that's a fun little tip, something you can do with your own body as you learn to engage it more. If this is the kind of content you like, leave a comment. We'd love to hear from you. If you notice anyone who kind of lives like this, always looking a little thug on one side, then send this video to them. It might help free up their body. And we will see you in the next video.